What appears on the maps of the world is just the beginning. The real Earth is hidden beneath those layers, where even the air feels unknown and time seems to have stood still. This journey is not of some tourist guide, but of that mysterious land where nature has created its most impossible miracles. Here, every scene is a puzzle. Every wave is a story, and every mountain is a silent witness. This is that same world which reminds us that the greatest wonders of the earth, wonders of the world, are those which were not made by man, but were forged by nature itself. Number 1. Salto del Agro, the burning waterfall from a volcano in the hills of the Neuquén province in southern Argentina. There is a valley where water does not fall but appears to be burning. The name of this place is Salto del Agro, a waterfall which, with its color, smell, and sound, proves that nature is not always just beautiful. Sometimes it is terrifying as well. From a distance, it looks like a normal waterfall. But as soon as you get closer, a strange smell fills the air. That of sulfur, which feels like the breath rising from the depths of the volcano. This is the sign that you are now in front of the strangest waterfall on Earth. The source of this waterfall is the active volcano named Copihu, which still periodically spews steam and minerals. When this steam passes through rocks and underground rivers, various metallic elements mix into the water. Sulfur, iron, copper, magnesium, and many unknown minerals. It is these minerals that make this water extremely acidic and caustic. So much so that if a coin is dropped into it, it dissolves within a few days. This is the reason why local people call it not ordinary water, but both the nectar and the poison of the earth. The local Mapuche tribe has for centuries called this place Traf. They have called it Traf, which means water that burns. For them, this is not a natural waterfall, but a gateway to the soul of the earth. Tribal stories say that when the earth gets angry, it expels the poison from within through this very waterfall. Perhaps this is why the soil all around this place is divided into layers of red, yellow, and green colors, as if a painter has sketched fire and smoke on the same canvas. In winter, when the temperature falls to -8 degrees, this waterfall freezes. Ice, but the minerals inside it create layers of colorful ice. When the sun's rays fall on the icy walls, the waterfall starts glowing in golden and red light, a scene that takes the viewer's breath away. In summers, a light steam rises all around it, which makes the entire area look like a hazy magic. The height of the waterfall is approximately 45 meters, and the sound of its fall echoes in the entire valley. In the year 2012, when a slight eruption occurred in the Copihu volcano, the flow of this waterfall tripled in just 6 hours. Scientists then understood for the first time that Salto del Agro is not just a waterfall but a living extension of the volcano. Microorganisms have also been found in its water, which survive even in such a harsh environment. The same microorganisms that NASA links with the possibility of life on other planets. Today, this place is considered an amazing natural miracle of Argentina. Warning boards are placed here every 50 meters because the sulfur, DISSOLVED, in the air can cause irritation in the eyes and throat. Still, those people who reach this valley say that this experience cannot be forgotten for a lifetime. When the golden sunlight falls on the falling water and its particles shine in rainbow colors, it feels as if the earth itself is displaying its fire and its beauty together. Salto del Agro is proof that nature is not only life-giving, but is also that power which makes even destruction beautiful. This is its mysterious beauty, a beauty that changes the viewer forever. Number 2. Zhangjiajie Pillars, the ancient mountain city made of stone pillars. Imagine a forest deep in China's Hunan province, surrounded by clouds and mist, where thousands of stone pillars rise from the earth, as if a forgotten giant has pushed them one by one towards the sky. This is Zhangjiajie, a natural wonder counted among the most mysterious geomorphic sites on Earth. Here, there are more than 3,000 stone pillars, whose heights range from 200 to 400 meters. The formation of these pillars is so straight and steep that the viewer cannot believe that they were carved by nature and not by some invisible sculptor. In the morning, when the mist floats between these rocks, it feels as if you have entered a heavenly city where mountains are resting on clouds. Scientists tell that these pillars of Zhangjiajie are approximately 380 million years old, when this entire area was under the sea. Over time, wind, rain, and changes in temperature slowly eroded the sandstone of the seafloor and gave birth to these pillars. But the real magic happened when acidic rain and ice from within the earth deepened the cracks in the rocks, because of which every pillar was left standing isolated. As if a giant stone army is guarding the earth, this is why local people call it the Stone Forest, and every pillar here has a name. Some are called the Sword of Heaven, some are called the Fort of the Deity. This area is home to the Tujia tribe, which has been living here for the past 37 generations. According to them, these pillars are bridges built between the earth and the sky, on which souls travel. Even today, they collect medicinal herbs from the edges of these cliffs, for which they have to climb the sheer walls with the help of bamboo spikes and ropes. This tradition is called Tongbi, learning which takes 12 years, and today, only a few people in the entire world know it completely. In the rainy season, when clouds descend into the valleys, temporary waterfalls form between the rocks, which disappear within a few hours. Every time, with the weather, this place takes on a new form. Sometimes a web of water, sometimes mist, sometimes stone, and sometimes light. The scenes here are so unbelievable that the floating mountains shown in the famous Hollywood film Avatar were inspired by these. Here's also the world's tallest outdoor elevator, the Bailong Elevator, which covers a height of 326 meters in just 118 seconds. As this elevator made of transparent glass rises upwards, a scene unfolds in front that silences every person. An endless forest of stones floating in the clouds. Although, due to the increasing crowd of tourists, this place has now become a World Heritage Site. But the local people still hold the same reverence for it that their ancestors did. They believe that these stone pillars are the pillars of the Earth's soul, and if even one falls, the balance of nature could be disturbed. In the evening, when the sun sets behind the mountains and the mist slowly begins to recede, the entire forest fills with golden light. In that moment, it feels as if time has stopped and man has become a part of an untold story. Zhangjiaji is not just a place today. It is the memory of the earth, standing tall, holding the mystery of millions of years in every stone. Number 3. Socotra Island, Earth's most bizarre biological laboratory in the middle of the Arabian Sea. Far from the coasts of Africa and Arabia, there is an island that seems like a part of another planet. It is called Socotra. It's the most unique and mysterious island on Earth, which scientists also call the planet of alien trees. The trees, animals, and landscapes here are so different that upon first seeing, no one believes that all this exists on Earth. The air here carries a faint smell of sand and red soil mixed with the salty sea scent. And from a distance, this island appears to be breathing like a living creature. Socotra separated from mainland Africa about 18 million years ago, and since then, it has been almost cut off from the world. Because of this, hundreds of species developed here that are not found anywhere else. According to scientists, about 37% of the flora and 90% of the reptiles here are unique to this island. The most famous tree here is the dragon's blood tree, from whose bark a thick red sap comes out when cut, which local people call the tear of blood. This sap has been used for centuries in medicines, dyes, and incense. Local people mix a few drops of it with soil and apply it for the treatment of every wound. This island is not just a laboratory of nature, but also a living culture. The inhabitants here speak the Socotri language, which has no written script and is understood only by the 70,000 population of this island. This language has been passed down orally from generation to generation. Children in schools are taught not only studies, but also how to identify directions using stars. While fishing in the sea, local fishermen still determine their route based on 22 directional points, which include some invisible underwater mountains. The most interesting thing about Socotra is that people here extract water from trees. Rainwater collects for months in the swollen trunk of a tree called the bottle tree in summers. When the island completely dries up, people pierce the trunk with a special knife and extract sweet cold water from it. This art is taught from father to son, and every family has its own different technique. Electricity is not available here during the day. Generators are run only after the sun sets, and in most villages, light lasts only for a few hours throughout the night. During the monsoon storms from June to September, the entire island gets cut off from the world. No ship comes, no plane lands. This is why tourists can only reach here in winters. The nights of Socotra are the most magical. The sky is so clear and deep that every star, every constellation seems extremely close. The red shadows of the trees and the white sand shining in the moonlight combine to create a scene that seems like an imaginary painting. This is the place where science and mystery stand together, where nature has broken all the limits of its imagination. Socotra makes us realize that corners still exist on Earth that were not made for us, but were kept safe for nature itself, with its secrets, its peace, and its magic. Number 4. Saxon Switzerland, Europe's mysterious kingdom of sandstone spread on the border of Germany and the Czech Republic. Saxon Switzerland is a place where forest and stone merge into each other, as if creating a scene from an ancient tale. The valleys here are surrounded by high walls of sandstone, which, after millions of years of erosion by wind and rain, have transformed into such shapes that every rock looks like a statue. In the morning, when the fog floats slowly between the hills, it feels as if the entire valley has become the door to a magical world. This place is not only a miracle of nature, but also a living witness to history and culture. About 100 million years ago, this entire area was a warm sea. The pressure of sea waves and sand slowly gave birth to these huge rocks. Then, with time, the sea dried up and the winds left their marks on them. The tall stone pillars and deep cracks visible today are the marks of that same nature's art. Every wall, every turn, every crack seems to tell a story of millions of years. There are about 700 or more stone towers here, many of which reach heights of up to 400 meters. In the 18th century, when artists and explorers from Switzerland reached this area, they were amazed to see its beauty. They found this region so enchanting that they named it Saxon Switzerland, meaning Saxony, Switzerland. But the truth is that this place is far more mysterious than real Switzerland. The forests here have such depth that even today many paths are not recorded on maps. The people of this region created a unique tradition called the Saxon climbing rule. Climbing the rocks here is done only with the help of ropes and natural holes. Any kind of metal spikes or modern equipment is not permitted. This rule has been in effect since 1913 till now, and it is counted among the world's most difficult natural climbs. Experienced mountaineers say that climbing here is not just a test of strength, but of patience and faith. The most famous site here is the Bay Stay Bridge, which was built in 1851. This bridge connects to massive rocks, and below it spreads a chasm hundreds of meters deep. When the first ray of the sun falls on this bridge and the fog floats in the valley below, the scene becomes so dreamlike that it feels as if you have entered the world of a fairy tale. But not everything here is as peaceful as it seems. Old bunkers from the times of wars are still hidden within the stone walls, and there are many tunnels that have not been fully explored yet. In autumn, when the leaves turn red and golden, the entire valley glows like fire. And when evening falls, the sun's rays fall on the sandstone and bathe it in golden light. In that moment, the entire Saxon Switzerland looks like a living painting. A place where nature has forged history, mystery, and beauty together. Standing here, one realizes that the Earth is still as ancient and powerful as it was when man looked at the sky for the first time. Number 5. Valle de la Luna, where the Earth tried to become Mars. In the desolate rocks of the Atacama Desert in northern Chile, there is a place which, upon seeing, makes you feel as if you have arrived on another planet. It is called Valle de la Luna, meaning the Valley of the Moon. The ground here is dry, cracked, and silent. So silent that even a gentle breeze sounds like a noise. This is the driest region in the world, where in many places, not a single drop of rain has fallen for decades. Yet this place holds within it a mysterious story like the beginning of life. As soon as you enter the valley, your steps fall on a mixture of sand and salt, which makes a harsh sound every time. The rocks here are made of sulfur, gypsum, and limestone, and the light falling on them at sunset colors them in golden, pink, and blue hues. This is the very scene that makes the Earth look like another planet, according to scientists. This place is so similar to the surface of Mars that NASA tests its spacecraft and rovers here. This is why it is also called the Mars of Earth. About 23 million years ago, when tectonic plates collided here, the layers of the Earth bent and the formation of these strange valleys, mounds, and cracks occurred. Time and wind carved these structures, and now every rock looks like a statue, some like a dragon, some like a tower, and some like the face of a deity. Here during the day, the temperature goes above 40 degrees, while at night it falls below zero. This is the reason why life here is almost impossible. Still, this place feels alive in its silence. In the daylight, this valley feels like a blazing furnace. But as soon as the sun sets, the color of the entire land changes. Shadows of red, orange, and purple dance on the rocks. Within a few minutes, the entire scene becomes like a dream. In that moment, every stone here, every particle, seems to step out of time and stand in silence. At night, the sky here is so clear that even the stars of the Milky Way can be seen with the naked eye. This is the reason why the world's most powerful telescopes have been installed here. Another special feature of Valle de la Luna is its silence. There are no animals here, no sound, just the wind and your own breath. Scientists say that this place is a rare example of pure silence on Earth. Standing here, it feels as if you are standing on the edge of an unknown universe, far from humanity. This valley is not just a natural wonder, but also a symbol. It tells us how diverse, how mysterious, and how infinite our Earth is. When the last ray of the sun bids farewell from this land and the moon's light spreads in the sky, one understands that Valle de la Luna is not just a moon-like valley, but the place where the Earth truly tried to become Mars. And perhaps this is why this place still shines like a space mystery. Number 6. Pamukkale, the flowing mineral paradise on white stairs on a hillside in southwestern Turkey. The sparkling white stairs spread out look like an icy castle from a distance. But this is not snow, but natural structures made from hot mineral water emerging from within the earth, which are called Pamukkale. The Turkish language, its meaning is cotton castle. This place appears as if it has descended to earth from a dream world, where waterfalls in the lap of mountains flow down marble-like stairs. Every step, every waterfall, and every wave seems to have turned into stone with time. For about 14,000 years, the water emerging from the hot springs here flows down the hillsides at a temperature of 36 degrees Celsius. The calcium carbonate dissolved in this water hardens upon contact with the air and takes the form of white rocks. This same process kept repeating over and over again, and slowly these beautiful stairs took shape. When the sun's rays fall on them, the entire mountain starts to shine, as if a living diamond is spread on the earth. According to historians, during the time of the Roman Empire, a city named Hierapolis was established here, where natural baths were built for kings and soldiers. This place was considered the bath of immortality in ancient times. It is said that the emperors and queens of Rome traveled thousands of kilometers to bathe in these hot water sources. The local legend is that the Egyptian queen Cleopatra also came here, and the lake in which she bathed is still known as Cleopatra's Pool. Although this story is not proven, this place truly seems worthy of a queen. Transparent water, shimmering marble below, and the open blue sky above. Tourists coming here today walk in these waterfalls barefoot because the authorities have banned wearing shoes to protect the rocks. When you step on this white earth, the surface under your feet feels soft and warm, as if walking on a sheet of cotton. This experience is so unusual that for a few moments it feels as if you are not on Earth but in some other world. The most special thing about Pamukkale is that this structure is still growing. Every year, the water creates new layers and the stairs become a few millimeters taller. This reminds us that the Earth is still alive and constantly changing itself. In the evening, when the sun sets and the sky turns red, the color of these stairs changes to golden. The beauty of that moment cannot be described in words. It seems as if the sun itself is blessing this land. This place is not only a natural miracle, but also teaches what time and patience can create together. Where in the rest of the world, time erases everything. In Pamukkale, time itself has forged this beauty. Everyone standing here feels that perhaps the earth is also an artist who, with every breath, is creating a new form, a new shine, and a new miracle. Number 7. Halong Bay, the Emerald Bay born from a dragon's tail. Spread on the northeastern coast of Vietnam, Halong Bay is a place where the earth and the sea merge into each other to create a wonderful scene. In the sea spread far and wide, about 2,000 limestone hills stand tall, on top of which are dense forests, and below is deep emerald green water. In the morning, when the mist floats between these islands, it feels as if a green city is floating above the sea. The name of this place itself holds a tale. Halong means the place where the dragon descended into the sea. According to local legend, an ancient dragon carved and cut this entire region with its tail to protect Vietnam from invaders. When the war ended, that dragon descended into the sea and left behind this magical kingdom of stones. From a scientific viewpoint, this miracle is the result of millions of years of geological activity on Earth. About 50 million years ago,
layers of limestone formed under the sea here, which later rose when the water level decreased.
And with continuous erosion by rain and sea waves, these islands and pillars took shape. Inside these islands are countless caves, some so vast that a whole building could fit inside them. The most famous is Hang Sung Sat, meaning the Cave of Heaven, where the dripping stone waterfalls from the ceiling give a feeling like a temple. Halong Bay has been declared a World Heritage Site by UNESCO. But the real beauty here is not in the pictures, but hidden in its peace. When in the morning, sailors set out on the sea with their wooden boats, the rhythm of their oars and the gentle taps of the water create a sweet music. The air is filled with the smell of salt and sea algae, and somewhere far away, a fisherman's call breaks that silence. The people here have been living their lives on the sea for centuries. Many families live in floating houses, which are joined with bamboo and wooden planks. Their children study in floating schools, and women sell vegetables on the boats. Every generation has not only adopted the sea as their home, but has also respected it. According to them, a soul resides in every wave, and every rock is a form of a deity. This very reverence makes this bay even more mysterious. Morning and evening, the form here is completely different. The morning mist, this place seems like a dream. While in the evening, the golden rays of the setting sun shine on the water, as if the sea has filled with molten gold. When you pass through these islands by boat, the view changes at every turn. Sometimes a cave opens up. Sometimes suddenly a waterfall, and sometimes a small bay covered with bamboo trees. Halong Bay is not just a natural wonder, but a mirror that shows how old, how deep, and how artistic the earth is. In every rock here, every wave, every cave, some story of nature is hidden. And when the sun completely sets and the moonlight falls on the water, this bay truly glows like a dragon's breath. Peaceful, mysterious, and immortal. Number 8. Began the dusty civilization of 2,000 ancient temples. Spread on the dry land of Myanmar, Bagan is a city where as soon as the first ray of the sun falls, the golden peaks of thousands of temples glow up together. The smell of incense and dry soil remains diffused in the air here, and in every direction, countless pagodas, stupas, and prayer halls are visible. This is that very place where stone, devotion, and time have merged into each other. Bagan is not like an ordinary archaeological site, but a giant spiritual maze in which every wall, every crack, every statue holds the echo of a prayer. About 1,000 years ago, in 104 AD, King Anuradha made this area the capital of his empire. It was from that time that the construction of temples began here, and in the next 230 years, more than 13,000 religious structures were erected. Today, more than 2,000 of these still exist, and each one's construction, art, and symbolism are different. In some places, a huge statue of Buddha sits in meditation, and some ancient tales are carved on stone walls. When you walk among these temples, it feels as if you are stepping into a sleeping city. A city where time has stopped, but the souls are still alive. During the day, the sun here is harsh and blazing, so the soil is red and full of dust. But as soon as the evening begins to fall, the entire earth turns golden. At sunset, when a light layer of mist rises in the warm air, the shadows of the temples appear to spread far and wide. Hot air balloons flying above make this scene even more ethereal. Seen from above, this land looks covered with a golden sheet, beneath which centuries of history are breathing. Every temple has its own unique story. The Ananda Temple is famous for its architectural symmetry, while the Damyangai Temple is known for its mysterious walls. They say that the artisans who made mistakes in it were walled up alive within those very walls. Meanwhile, the Shuizhen Pagoda was built by King Anuradha as his religious symbol, and Buddhist relics were enshrined in it. But Bagan is not just history. It is still a living spiritual site. Even today, local monks meditate in these temples. Children climb the stairs of these pagodas, and women pray in front of the deities with garlands of flowers. There is a strange peace in the air here, peace that compels you to look within yourself. In the morning, when the sun rises and the first ray touches the pointed roofs of these temples, the entire Bagan looks like a living painting. Golden light from all sides, a fine layer of dust, and the slow sound of bells combine to create such an atmosphere that you forget that this is on Earth. Bagan reminds us that civilizations do not perish. They just turn into stone and become the echo of history. It is this echo that still floats in the air of this city, mysterious, peaceful, and infinite. Number 9. Isle of Skye. Scotland's soul wrapped in mist, in castles spread on the northwestern coast of Scotland. The Isle of Skye is such a land where every hill, every lake, and every mist balloon seems a part of a story. The weather here changes moment to moment. Sometimes blue sky, sometimes dense fog, sometimes showers, and within a few minutes, sunshine again. This is that very place where nature and legends breathe together. The people here say that the real face of Skye is hidden in the mist, and whoever sees it understands the soul of the earth. The land of this island is made of ancient volcanic rocks. Millions of years of erosion have created such strange structures here that seem no less than imagination. The most famous place is the Old Man of Storr, a giant stone peak that is 61 meters high, and from a distance looks like the figure of an old man. It is said that this rock was an ancient giant who turned to stone in the memory of his family. When the fog surrounds this peak, it feels as if that giant is still alive and peeking through the mist. The weather of the Isle of Skye is as uncertain as it is enchanting. It rains here for about 280 days a year. But because of this rain, every corner of the island is wrapped in green and golden colors. The fragrance of wildflowers on the roadsides, the moisture of the sea in the air, and the echo of waves from afar combine to give such a feeling as if you are walking within a poem. The old castles here, Dunvegan, Armadale, and the Kilt Rock, are still filled with the echo of the past. It is believed about Dunvegan Castle that the magical flag of the MacLeod clan is kept there, which was only opened when victory in war had to be ensured. Local folklore says that fairies live in the waterfalls of this island, at a place called the Fairy Pools. When sunlight falls, the color of the water turns blue, green, and golden, a scene that seems to have come from another world. But this beauty is not peaceful, it is mysterious. Sometimes the gust of wind passing between the rocks makes such a sound as if an ancient song is being sung. Perhaps this is why the people of Scotland believe that souls reside in every hill, every river, and every lake here. In the pubs here, in the evening, people sit around the fireplace and tell stories. Stories of wars, of love, and of those ghosts that still wander in these castles. Outside, the rain keeps falling, and inside, the tune of the Scottish bagpipes keeps echoing. This is the moment when the line between the present and the past vanishes. The Isle of Skye is not just a place, but an experience. An experience that you get with the cold wind, wet soil, and a slight thrill of unknown fear. When the mist covers everything, and only the echo of the sea is heard, then it feels as if this island is not hiding a secret, but has itself become the secret. Standing here, one understands that perhaps not every land has a soul, but Skye does. That soul which is still breathing in the mist, rain, and stones. Number 10. Bora Bora, where the ocean also appears transparent like glass. In the heart of French Polynesia, situated amidst the blue depths of the South Pacific Ocean, Bora Bora is that place where nature defined heaven itself. From a distance, this island shines like a green gem, around which are layers of blue, turquoise, and transparent water. The sea is so clear that the fish swimming below and the coral reefs are visible right before the eyes from the boat. This island looks peaceful, but beneath it, an ancient fire of the earth is still smoldering. Because Bora Bora is nestled in the lap of an extinct volcano, whose ash has made the soil here fertile and the water rich in minerals. Every corner of Bora Bora tells a story. It is said that warships used to land on its shores once. During the Second World War, this island was a secret naval outpost of America, where thousands of soldiers had built their bunkers. Even today, traces of old weapons and rusty helmets can be found in the dense greenery here. But the memories of war have now dissolved in the sea waves and have been replaced by an ethereal peace. The water here shines like glass. When the sun's rays touch the surface, the entire ocean scatters into thousands of pieces of light. Small sharks, colorful fish, and clusters of corals swim in this transparent water as if in a giant aquarium. The local people here say that the water of Bora Bora has living blue, a color that cannot be created on any canvas. It can only be seen. This island is not just a symbol of beauty, but also a living culture. The people here live with nature, as if it is their family. Every morning, fishermen set out in their boats before sunrise, and in the evening, children sing songs near huts made of coconut leaves. The air of Bora Bora is infused with the fragrance of vanilla, which is the most famous crop here. On the bamboo-made walls in front of every house on the island, vanilla beans can be seen drying. But this beauty also has its limits. When storms come, this same calm water becomes ferocious. The people here have accepted the power of nature. They have not opposed it. They know that this sea is not only their home, but also their protector. And perhaps because of this deep respect, this island still looks as clean, as divine, as it must have been centuries ago. In the first light of the morning, when the waves of the sea become transparent like glass, and the coolness of salt dissolves in the air, then Bora Bora truly seems like heaven. This is that place where earth, water, and sky become one, where nature breathes in its most peaceful and complete state. Standing here, it feels that perhaps this is the point where all the beauty of the world has paused together. That is all for today's video. These were those rare and mysterious places that prove that the earth is still sitting, hiding countless miracles in its depths. Somewhere history is imprisoned in stones. Somewhere prayers are hidden in waves. All these places remind us that the wonders of the world were not only made by humans. The real miracles are those which were forged by nature itself. So next time when you see a mountain, a lake, or a desert, pause for a while because perhaps there too, some mystery is waiting for you. If you are watching this video, please subscribe our channel Epoch Docs.